And welcome back to the Guild. Oh, no, not the Guild 2. This game is called Port Royale. It's an old game, but it's an awesome game. And I've been trying to figure out what the hell to do for another game. The Guild 2 is going to last, I don't know, maybe another 10 videos, I would think. There's not very many people left from video or from, I guess it might be video 40. There's not too many Dynasty members left, so I imagine it'll go till about 50. So I'm trying to think of other games I could play in the meantime. And this is one of them, but I'm going to try a few and just see what people like. So this game is it's a trading game. And these are actually kind of my favorite types of games to play. So Patrician is another one I'll probably do, and that's a trading game with boats and all that. This is Port Royale, so this is in the Caribbean, the beginnings of the New World. So as you can see there, the end of the 16th and the beginning of the 17th centuries. So, I wonder what I should start with. Let's see. Yes, I'll do that. So this is just when you start the game. All it has really is, the consequences are just what nation owns what towns in the Caribbean. It's not really a big deal. So I'll name myself AndrewTheRed, of course. And I will fly under, I guess I could do England. I'll start down here. Maybe I'll start up here for a change. Usually when I play, I am Spanish and I start down at Guadalupe. Or I've done Havana. But I think I'll start maybe here, Charleston, for England. Now there's also the French, which are up here. And there's the Dutch Alliance, which is here, or Holland. Kind of the alliance. The Holland and the Netherlands didn't have as big an effect on the New World exploration as the other powers, so they're sometimes called the Dutch Alliance or the Holland, the Netherlands Alliance, because there was many countries in that region of Europe that, like Germany and Italy, that actually kind of came under Holland's flag. So yeah, let's do England. I'll start here. And I'll pick for a flag. I usually pick this one. What else is there? Could pick like a traditional skull. And I usually do reputation. Reputation. And I'll start with a boat. Or do I want money? I think I'll do the boat. Yeah, get a brig. So this is, you can start with, you get more money, but you have a smaller boat. This is a pretty dinky boat. Or something in the middle, so sloop, which is also a crappy boat. Or you can take a brig, which is a pretty good boat. But you have less money to start with. But that's not a big deal. We will start the game. So you'll have to let me know if this is entertaining or not. This is a pretty long game to win, although I'm not sure if you really can win. Okay, I'm back. The game crashed, which happens, unfortunately. So here we go. We're starting the Port Royale. So this is the town. There's my boat right here. And I can name my boat, actually, which I could do right now. Hope that's not too loud. Guess I'll have to find out somewhat the hard way. Oh, what am I going to name my boat? Jeez. I don't know. Should have thought of a name before I jumped on the chance to rename it. So this is the town. You've got a tavern here. You can get captains. You can gamble. Here is the governor's building. You can get missions. You can buy letters of marque, which means you can attack people's boats and not take a reputation hit. And there's some other guys here. You start with a building permit in your home city. I can get loans. There's pirates that are out there I get money for if I get them. The church, you can do stuff with them and get reputation, like give them money. And the most important one, the shipyards here too. You can buy ships and sell ships and repair ships. Most important one though is the trading house right here. There's actually the marketplace here, which is just you can do celebrations and that gives you a reputation. And these are all random buildings like houses and production facilities, and which we will do much later in the game. Eventually we will be building these things like a fisherman hut to get fish and salt and all that stuff. But for now, we'll be buying goods made by the AI because we're just starting out. We don't have really an enterprise going yet. So they start with a boat, start with 12,000 up here, and we'll have a look to see what Charlestown has to offer. So you notice a few things here. These are all the goods, and there's some that have none at all. So this is these are bricks, and they don't have any. So that means that the for sale price, this is the buy price for me. So it cost me $308 to buy a brick. This is the highest price it'll be. And this is the highest price that they will give me if I were to bring bricks here. All these prices are based on their current quantity as well as their demand for that product, which I don't remember now where that is. I think you can get that information. Don't remember how you get the demand information. So, I think the market just moved here. So grain is pretty cheap. Fish is pretty cheap. They have 93. That's a lot. So this will be cheap. So let's buy some of this. So we've got 20 of 80, and I've used up almost half my money. I'm going to buy a little bit of potatoes, and cotton's not a good one to trade. Maybe I'll do some grain, even though the profit on grain sucks. I might get like about $40 each, so it's not a lot of money. There's a good profit margin on it. You make a lot of money on it, like you might make 50% on it, but because if the price is low, you don't get a lot of actual gold at the end of the day. I'll do some more of these, and it's not a very good price for rum. And I'll buy maybe a little bit of these. I'll just use up the rest of my money here. There we go. Okay, so we'll go to the map. And so we don't have very many towns explored. Now, so here's the map with only a few towns. And beside the towns, it shows what they're looking for. So remember, as we saw, Charlestown was looking for bricks, as they have none. Cat Island's looking for wood. They're looking for wood. And Turk Islands are looking for fish. Now, they also, sometimes they'll say lack of settlers, and we can pick up settlers here, as it says there's a surplus of settlers. So go to cargo, and here's some settlers. We'll just take as many as we can. And let's go to, I'll go over here. Go to Cat Island, and you can speed the game up with plus and minus, but you can also just hit spacebar. Oh wait, oh no, that's up here I think. Yeah, this one. There we go, can do that. And jump right to there. So instead of having to go into town every time, I can actually trade outside the town by just right-clicking on it. So I don't have to enter the town every time. So here is a totally new market spread of prices. And as you can see, they're looking for wood, and they have no wood. But the cloth price is pretty good. This is the average price I brought this stuff at, and this is what they're looking for. So there's some profit right there. And by the way, the red quantity, it means that they do not have enough of the good to last them 10 days. I think that's it. Which means that if you trade that good with them, you'll get extra reputation because they're looking for that good. So if you fulfill that, then they're happy about that. If I buy a good that's red, they don't like that, and you lose a bit of rep. So grain is a little bit of money. As you can see, I'm making like $13, so it's pretty much crappy, but that's grain. It's not a money maker. And I'm going to buy a bit of fish because actually the buy price is cheaper than what I paid. So I'll buy a bit of that. Actually, there was a place looking for fish. I'm going to buy some meat. That's a good place for meat. Let's buy the rest. Okay. Oh yeah, and those settlers. 40 bucks a settler. I don't know if that's historically accurate or not. If Caribbean routinely moved settlers or slaves around and got money for each one, I don't know, 40 bucks, I don't know, a head, I don't know. But in this game there are no slaves, they're called settlers, and they're called settler families, so I don't know, who knows. So we'll go to the next city. We're looking for cloth. Oh, I'm looking for potatoes. So see, that's not as good. Not as good as price, but look at potatoes. They don't have any, so we're going to get good money for that one. And meat is not very good. Fish is good. And, okay, I'll buy a little bit of that. And what else? Everything else kind of sucks. Tobacco I'll buy one of. Not that one, no. Okay. All of these goods you can make yourself eventually with a building, except for the bottom four you cannot. You have to kind of get lucky and find them in great quantities for sale. What happens is those goods, and I think this is historically accurate, those goods were not produced in the New World for quite some time because they just lacked the factories and stuff to do that here. So most of this stuff came from Europe. Wine and pottery and iron goods and clothing came from Europe. But eventually they are made here, but not for this game. This game you can never make them. You have to just find them. So I bet you we'll find them eventually. Okay, oh look, we have some ships. So here's some other ships that are sailing around. So here's a French ship. There's two in the convoy. And it shows the number of cannons in the total convoy, the number of sailors, and the guy's name. So this is a French ship, and these are Dutch ships. And here's a British ship. So you can certainly attack them if you go pirate, but you're going to lose rep if you don't have a letter of marque. And eventually you're going to get hunted down for doing that. What happens is towns will pop out military ships with 10 in them and a crap load of cannons, and it will come after you, so it's not a good idea to do. So here's another town that I just discovered it, because we don't have very many towns on here. So we're going to go into this town. This is a Dutch town. I'll just speed this up so it goes pops right in there. Okay. So here's the Dutch town. So the architecture of the buildings looks a bit different. And there's the inn. I'll just check in here. You can have a pirate take your ship over, and he'll go out and try to sack people's ships, and he'll take that much profit. Or, I mean, he'll give you that much from his profits, 25%. But I don't think I've really ever done it. It kind of sucks because a pirate will go out, and then sometimes he'll just die and lose your ship on you. So I've never done it. It's not very effective. So look at this place. They need grain badly, so I'll dump a lot of that over. And look at the fish. I'll dump that over. And potatoes, no. This is bad, so I'll buy a bit of cloth. And look at the wood, it's not bad, but again, wood's not a money maker. You have to buy too much of the quantity. So I'll leave it. Maybe I'll buy a little bit of bricks. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And we'll find the next town. I think there's a town around here somewhere. There should be one here somewhere. Oh, look at this. So this is the size of the ships change as well. Transport convoys usually have galleons, which are pretty big ships. And they usually are fully armed and all that. So eventually, when I get up there with some ships, eventually what you want to